So my volume for squats, for example, was like the same.
That's
I
bad.
think I beat my last week of volume by 5 kilos.
That's not good.
But my triple was up like 30 kilos.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was doing triples at like 140 and 150, and now they're
too early.
180.
He's peaked too early, ladies and gents.
It's not at all. My heavy weights are going all the way up. It's huge. There's a massive difference.
He's going to plateau. It's going to be embarrassing. So it might not be, let's go for PBs on all 3 lifts from Egan. It might be, hey, you only need X amount on this lift to maintain your position. We're only going for X amount. Because if you push heavier and miss it, you're going to drop a place on the podium. Yep. So there's going to be a strategic element for some of the lifters too.
I did a little bit of quick math there.
Yeah.
I think I got you. And because of one reason.
Yeah.
The main reason.
What's the main reason?
Your bench is trash.
Hey, my bench isn't trash, Adrian. My bench is hot trash.
Hot trash.
Hot trash.
Come on. You're on. We're on. It's on. Wait, is this going to have the...
What's that? Yeah, it will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just start off like this? And then cut to us like this, or not?
Yeah, all right. One sec. We'll do it with the music. And welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Big Flex, everybody.
Big Flex.
I hope you all enjoyed that new thumbnail. Best $32 I ever spent.
It's amazing.
Thank you to the man on Fiverr from Indonesia. There was a little bit of a language breakdown between us, but we got the cartoon. Yep. I did the other stuff, that's why it doesn't look that professional. We might make some touch-ups on the thumbnail.
Definitely.
But that is the cartoon we were talking about in the last Big Flex.
I have a few issues with the thumbnail.
What?
One, the obvious one first. The legs aren't big enough. I think everyone agrees with that. And also, I look like I'm 70 for some reason. The face, I look old. I look like an old man.
You look old in real life. You look tired, Adrian.
Just in the...
You look tired. We're going to circle back to that in a little while.
Okay.
But the legs, hey, to be fair, that was one of the points that people criticized Arnie. Said what legs weren't big enough.
Yeah, but my legs are big enough.
I know. Well, but it was based off the Arnie photo, so that's all right,
Take that,
man.
Arnie. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's great. Those things aside,
Yeah.
it's actually amazing.
Yeah. But welcome back, everybody. And also, welcome to the new subscribers. We've had like 6 new subscribers since last week, which is great. We've actually been on a nice little roll. So thank you. We appreciate it. The channel is growing. The more people that like and subscribe to these videos, the bigger the channel will get. And then I can get more cool stuff to put in these videos for y'all.
And then we can do some really fun stuff.
Oh,
actually. Yeah. Some really fun stuff, which we'll talk about later as well.
Yeah. But also, I know that you're not all subscribed because we have YouTube Analytics. 80% of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So if you're one of those 80%, just hit the subscribe button. Just do a little bench press on it and join the team. Team Extreme.
You can see our beautiful faces more often.
And talking about YouTube Analytics, this is how we know, because for a long time, no one watched this channel. And then some people started to watch it, and I was like, analytics! But they're like, not enough people watch to give you analytics. I'm like,
allowed access to the wonderful world of analytics.
Right.
Now we know the truth.
They wouldn't tell me because we didn't have enough traffic on the channel, but now we do. And turns out there's a real sausage fest up in here.
Yeah, it is.
So over the last year, the majority of our listeners, dudes, 93% to 7%, well, at least people that identify as male on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. And in the last 28 days, it's actually 99.3% dudes. So thank you to the 3 or 4 people that are ladies.
Deb and Nev's mum.
For sure. We appreciate your views, guys.
Thank you, those 3
just
ladies.
saying, hey, show us to your mum, show us to your sister, show us to your wife. Just share it around the female population a little bit. We could get Adrian to do some shirts off content.
Sure. Yep. Why not? If that's what you want to see, I guess, why not?
On second thought, that might actually attract more dudes. So maybe not.
Hey, man.
Unless you're into that.
Any publicity is good publicity.
We could start a fans-only page. Nev and Adrian, lifting weights, oiled up.
If we started a fans-only page, we would have way more subscribers than we do now.
Maybe we should look into this a little bit later, huh?
All right, I guess comment. What do you think we should do on our fans-only page?
Oh, God.
What do you want to see?
Keep it G-rated. Keep it G-rated. All right, moving on to some real stuff. GPC States coming up May 1st and 2nd, and we have a team of 10 lifters from the Strength Institute.
That actually went way better than I thought it would. There was a bit of organizing issues. COVID kind of that week we had the lockdown kind of threw everything to a bit of disarray, but we were thinking that there were going to be spots reserved and not everyone was going to be able to get on the team, but then everyone that wanted to compete has a spot, which is great.
It's fantastic.
We got a gang. We got a squad.
I think it's going to be 120 lifters, and we have 10 of them. So almost 10% of the whole thing, like a little bit less, 8%.
Basically, it's going to be like if you guys have seen the movie Dodgeball, how they enter the ring.
Yes.
We're just going to come up with some ridiculous
Well, actually, I'm in the process.
Or dance or ritual.
In the process right now of sourcing some blank, actually Titan Australia, Titan Support Systems. For anyone that needs some good powerlifting kit, check out Titan Support Systems. It's the Australian distributors of Titan, which is powerlifting equipment and apparel. And they are based all their stock over East, but they do custom soft suits. So you can get just a blank soft suit and then you can get your logo screen printed on them. So I'm in the process of getting some prices for that. But we're going to go in there looking like a squad. I'm pretty damn excited about it.
That is really cool. I was worried for a bit that we weren't going to be able to get everyone to compete, but I'm so pumped that we got the whole team because we talked about it a lot and we talked it up a lot and we've been training for it. I wrote the programming out like 5-6 months in advance the second we knew we were all competing.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy that everyone got in because we were just going to be training for the record breaker event that we're going to be holding instead.
Which we still will hold at the end of May.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. We've actually got a really nice split too. From those 10, we got 4 ladies, we got 6 guys. We've got 1 junior, 2 or 3 masters, and the rest are in opens. And that age spans between 17 and 74. So we've got a great split on age, pretty even split on male, female. And weight classes, we got 67 and a half. We've got 75s. We've got 82 and a halves. We've got 90s and 100s. So we've got 5 different weight classes covered, which is pretty exciting as well. Yeah, so I'm pumped for GPC. It's a really great turnout. I'm really excited to just roll up as a squad over the weekend.
And I'm not gonna ruin it just yet. I'm not gonna say what just yet, but I have some predictions that one of our lifters in one of the weight classes, in one of the genders, or one of the many genders, depending on what PC language you like to use.
One of the 2 genders, thank you.
Has a legitimate chance of maybe like either dominating their weight class in a certain lift or possibly getting like a lift of the day number. I'm very excited about that. It's one of my
Is it
clients.
me?
It's not you.
Oh.
It's not.
About to say, I'm not sure I'm going to get lift of the day on anything.
It's very exciting.
Is it Tito? If he's is less fat?
I just said I'm not going to say.
Fine.
All right? I'm going to keep it under wraps until I know for sure, but it's on its way to being great. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, keep posted because this is going to be awesome. I'm excited and also equally as stressed out because I understand that we're going to be competing alongside all of our clients, right? So we're coaching them and we're also competing. So it's either going to work out really well, trying to teach them how to train with their equipment and teach them about the comp itself, how to do all their warm-up sets, get ready, all of that sort of stuff. But we're also going to be running them through that. So
yes,
I'm not sure, not having myself run a comp like you have, how smooth it's all going to be with so many competitors.
No, it's going to be smooth, and I'll tell you why. Is because what we're going to do is, well, what I had planned for is on several Saturday afternoons in the lead up to the comp, is that I actually want to run a competition training squad day or afternoon, where basically we've been introducing, like a lot of the people that are competing, they don't use wraps a lot, stuff like that on their knees. These are things that are very different to sort of your standard gym lifts, right? Wrapping your knees before squats, completely different feel. So we've been introducing those new things to our clients and the people that are competing, which is great. Yep. But, if Adrian has to be warming up for his lift, he can't wrap someone's knees who's about to go on the platform, right? So what we want to do is we want to get everyone competent in self-wrapping their knees, but also wrapping for someone else.
Yeah.
That way, people that aren't lifting or that don't have anything to do there can help the other team members get ready before they lift. Or, like, if you're like myself, I just prefer to wrap my own knees. I don't do a crazy tight wrap anyway. So, we can teach them to self-wrap. So things like that. So we want to, teach them how to warm up. Well, they know how to warm up, but we're going to basically, for all of our clients and people that are competing, I want to have, these are your warm-ups. You know what you're doing when you get there. These are the timings. So that's also important.
Yeah.
Because if you go through all your warm-ups, you don't time it properly, you might do all of your warm-ups and then be waiting
10 minutes 30,
sometimes 20 or 30 minutes if things are running a little slow, right? You're like, oh no, I've done all this stuff. I don't really want to keep doing heavy my last warm-up set. So you got to time it. So we're going to talk about what warm-ups to do, the timing for your warm-ups, what weights they're going to do. So they're going to have, basically everyone's going to have a little notepad and they're going to know exactly what they have to do when they have to do it before their lifts, right?
'Cause I'm not sure if everyone watching knows how the competitions are run, but you have to, in advance, give them, for squat, bench, and deadlift, your opener.
Just the opener.
The opener, so you can't go in there and say, I'm going to start off with 160, and then you go attempt 160 and you don't get it. You can only go up or repeat. You
Correct.
can't go backwards. So if you start too heavy and you shoot yourself in the foot, then you don't get any numbers for the day. So it's very important
you
that
bum
you
out.
start. Exactly.
So yeah, a nice rule of thumb is you can open at what you can hit a comfortable triple at.
Yeah.
So you can get 3 reps there. You can definitely get 1 there every single time. Get on the board and then you work up heavier and heavier.
And it's a mistake that even seasoned athletes make as well. You get excited, you're full of adrenaline,
Full of
on the
beans.
day, and you just want to go crazy. And it's not always a good idea.
That's it. And there's also some tactics to it. So you got some people who are going in there that realistically aren't going to be a chance to win the comp. So for those people, the goal is going to be getting PBs on the day. For other people, they are going to be, like for Megan, for example, she's going to be aiming for the podium, right? First, second, or third, depending on, how things are going that day. So it might not be, let's go for PBs on all 3 lifts, Megan. It might be, hey, you only need X amount on this lift to maintain your position. We're only going for X amount. Because if you push heavier and miss it, you're going to drop a place in the podium. Yep. So there's going to be a strategic element for some of the lifters too. And we're going to talk about this with everyone before we get out there. So everyone's really comfortable and confident with what they have to do on the day. So I'm excited about that too.
I'm excited about that. There's one more thing that we haven't talked about for a little while.
Okay.
We did talk about it briefly, and then we haven't touched on it since. The coefficient.
Oh, the coefficient.
The challenge.
I had actually completely forgotten about this until like 2 days ago. I'm like, are we still doing this? He's like, yeah, I think so.
No, I think so. I've been training.
Ooh, jeez.
Since we mentioned it, I was like, I could just chill out now. The squat challenge is done. I can just relax a little bit and not push every ounce of mental energy and just physical strength I have into every single session. I'm like, I'll enjoy my session. I'll just relax a little bit in some sessions, just like it a little bit instead of grinding my bones into the ground. But then since we decided that we're competing again, I can't help myself, and I've been pushing very hard every single session. I'm gonna beat you. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna beat you because for my weight class, the lifts that I'm gonna be aiming for on the day, I did a little bit of quick math there.
Yeah.
I think I got you. And because of one reason.
Yeah.
The main reason.
What's the main reason?
Your bench is trash.
Hey, my bench isn't trash, Adrian. My bench is hot trash.
Hot trash.
Hot trash.
Yeah.
Maybe, dude.
Because I'm planning to be actually not too far away from you on bench. Obviously your squat and deadlift's going to be quite a bit above me, but also your weight's going to be quite a bit above mine as well.
Yeah.
And so with that bench, I think I'm going to be on the money. With the math I did, and keep in mind, I'm bad at math. With the math that I did, I think I got you.
Well, that's funny. And you well, look, as I believe that you believe it. I believe that you believe it.
And like I said, I've been training like every session is the most important session of my life.
And that's funny because I have not. I've been doing volume. So this guy's busy doing banded and overload work. I'm just doing reps and reps and reps. But to be fair, my reps are going really well. Actually, I almost ruined myself on Monday. Ruined my damn day. I do like one, for my squat day, I do one, it changes week by week, but this week was a heavy single and then back down 4 sets of 8 and then 5 sets of 4 on pause squats, right? So it's a fair few reps still. And I did a 220 for my single and then I backed it down. It's either 170 or 175 for 4 sets of 8. And then I did 5 sets of 4 pause squats at the same weight, 170, 175. And I was just ruined all week, and I was kind of like bummed out. Like this morning, I was like, I'm still sore. I got deadlifts today, and then I was like, what was I doing before on my last volume block before the squat challenge? So I looked at, so the heaviest I squatted on the final day of volume before we started the strength block, I did a triple at like 185 or 180, and then I did like 150, 160, 165, and 170 for 8s. So I'm doing so much more volume at heavier weights now. So I'm really excited. So basically I'm going to do one more week next week of full volume again. And then I'm going to go into a strength block, a general strength block. But I am going to keep a volume element running in the background. So I will still start the day with some heavy lifts, some overload work, but I'm going to do a big back off and do some volume to still finish it out because I'm getting really good results from the volume. I'm really enjoying it. And I don't want to like give it up just yet. I think for me, it's important. I need to keep doing that volume. I'm getting good benefits. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it. But it's actually quite fun. I'm having a good time. So
I'm so happy that I'm done with volume. I did the same. I looked back over my volume block the last time we did it, and the only thing that changed, were my heavy triples. So my volume for squats, for example, was like the same.
That's bad.
I think I beat my last week of volume by 5 kilos.
That's not good.
But my triple was up like 30 kilos.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was doing triples at like 140 and 150, and now they're
too early.
180.
He's peaked too early, ladies and gents.
It's not at all. My heavy weights are going all the way up. It's huge. There's a massive difference.
He's going to plateau. It's going to be embarrassing. But talking about his terrible math here, it's quite funny. I was in the other day with he was training Kurt. Shout out to Kurt.
Shout out to Kurt,
who first found this gym via the podcast.
I know, right?
And Kurt was doing some hex bar work, and I think he got a shout out a month ago for his hex bar work going up and up. He's doing like 145s then.
Hold on. Before you go over this, the reason why this is relevant is because we've got a goals board just over here, and we put every single one of our clients' names up there, and we made them pick a goal, a realistic goal they think that they could achieve by the end of the year.
That's right.
Kurt said hex bar deadlifts, he wants to hit 200 by the end of the year. It's been, what are we in now?
It says end of Feb.
End of Feb?
2 months.
So it's almost 3 months. 2 months, yeah. And belt squat, he wanted to hit 300.
Yeah.
And on this session, he hit 205 on hex bar. He absolutely smoked it.
For reps?
Yeah.
Instead of 5? Instead of 3? Instead of 4? It was for reps.
Instead of 4, but he only got the 3.
Okay.
Still, he got 200 first for 4 reps, not just one single. Smoked it and then some.
Well, what happened was...
So keep that in mind.
It was that...
his great, amazing coach helped him get there as well.
I was looking at them lifting, and he was lifting 4 blues on the hex bar, and our hex bar is 25 kilos. I'm like, 185, that's pretty decent for reps. He was getting like instead of 4 or 5 or something. And I was like, that's nice. I looked at the goal board. I saw goal 200. I was like, Adrian, give him an extra 15 kilos. Let him hit that PB. He's like, oh, no, we're going to. Anyway, I look away and I look back, and they're putting on a pair of 10s. I'm like, ooh, 205, I like it. And then I hear something like 185 in the back. I'm like, 185? I'm like, 205. And he just goes, 185? I was like, 205. He goes, stop messing with me. And one of the other clients goes, 4 blues, 180, a 25 kilo bar, 185. He's like, oh, God damn it.
So in my mind, I was a set in front. So I was counting 145, 165, 185, but I was 20 in front. So my 185 was 205. So he'd already hit the 180.
Anyway, we had a good laugh about it. Adrian was a little upset. Kurt thought it was quite humorous as well.
He hit 205 anyway.
He did great.
In the same session.
He did great.
So even with my very, very small and understandable mistake, he would have...
It's a 20 kilo mistake on 185. That's over 10%.
He hit that anyway. So he did 145, 165, 185, 200, and then 205.
Right. It was good. I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying,
anyway.
work on your math. You can't have these mistakes leading to mistakes.
So what you're saying is that I made my client too strong.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
What you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like. Again, shout out to Kurt.
Shout out Kurt.
For crushing that session as well.
Moving on from states prep and competition, we're going to go into the Strength Quest videos that we've been doing. So I've put out 2 deadlift Strength Quest videos, Road to 300. Adrian dropped his first Strength Quest Sots Press video, Road to 100. And they're both getting pretty good receptions. Like the views are going up. There's been some positive comments and like a few thumbs up there, which is great. And when we're looking at the analytics on the old YouTube analytics bar, people are watching like a good amount of the video. Like sometimes people click in and then click off, and people are watching it for a good, like most of the video, which is great to see. Like we're getting that retention. Like, so we are getting people following us along for the journey, which is kind of what the goal of these video series was. It was to bring you along with us, show you how we're training, the volume that we're doing, everything like that. I've already stated that my next video coming out is all going to be about warm-ups and keeping myself healthy and ready to do these lifts. And each week is going to have a slightly different emphasis. But I guess what we wanted to put out to you guys is, what would you like to see or hear from us? Do you want us to go into more detail on the actual programming? Do you want us to go into more detail on rehab or prehab or the mobility work or the warm-ups? We're down to film and sort of let you know anything. This is an open book, but it's sort of impossible for us to film and record everything for you. So we need a little bit of insight and direction from you guys too. So please leave a comment either here or DM us on Insta or on Facebook and let us know what you want to see.
Let us know what you want to see. And it's not just going to be like the next video will be that. If you give us enough suggestions, we can kind of set up a bit of a skeleton for the next few videos, and then we can let you know what they're going to be about or what's going to be in them. I did a post on Instagram and asked the same question, like, what do you want to see? And I got some really good suggestions for that. So my next video is going to have a lot more structured content. I felt like I kind of rambled. The first video didn't really have a clear, concise goal in mind, but now that I have some some very specific suggestions to go with, I can start to structure the way that I do the videos. So anything that you can tell us or give us suggestions about will help make the videos better. So yeah, if you haven't already, jump over to the Strength Quest, have a look at those videos. They're not too long. I think the longest is like 9.
Yeah,
10
between
minutes,
like 7 and 9 minutes, and that's pretty much the goal that we're looking for. 7 to 10 minutes is enough to give you a couple video clips of what we're doing, how we're doing it. Enough. We're going to voice over, like narrate what's going on. I chucked up all the volumes I did for my first month in the last video, and we're going to alternate fortnightly. So every 2 weeks you'll get a new video, and it's going to alternate. So Adrian put up his one last. I'll be putting up episode 3 next week, and then you know vice versa. We're going back and forth, guys.
So head over there, have a bit of a look, and then comment on this video and. Let us know what you want to see.
And I believe, so what I actually do is as well, guys, is when you hit to the YouTube channel, whatever our most recent video is, not the tutorials, but whatever the most recent video is, if it's a Big Flex, a Strength Institute podcast, or a mini series like Strength Quest, it's the featured video. The most recent ones are featured. But also, you can see all the different playlist categories. And under mini series, you'll see Strength Quest Such Press and Strength Quest Deadlifts. So definitely head over there. That's where you find it. It's also on my website. It's also on the Facebook. It's also the link on the Instagram. So it's easy to find, guys. Easy to find. Talking about fun videos as well.
Yeah.
So basically, using old Anaylitics on the old YouTube app, what I wanted to do was we wanted to give you guys a fun video. So what I thought was, all right, what are the 3 most viewed videos? And basically, the 3 most viewed categories is we have like tutorials, like some of the tutorials have popped off, like the scat pull-ups is like 3,500 views now, which is great.
And I'm not sure about that one, all right? I have a theory about the internet. I have a theory about the scat pull-ups, right? Watch our scat pull-ups video, all right? It's in the tutorials playlist. And let me know, is it because it's a good, informative tutorial, or is it because I'm shirtless?
I don't think it's because you're shirtless, because you're shirtless in a couple of the hang videos, and the other ones haven't popped off yet.
Yeah, but I want to know if it popped off because it was on the algorithm picked it up and then started
and put it into like recommendeds, right?
But the algorithm, if you look at the algorithm, if you look at what's popular on YouTube, sex sells, Nevin.
Yeah, right. But I mean, at the same time, and I did mention this before, but we're going to get into it now, is that you've gone up a weight class from 75 to 82s.
I have gone up a weight class from 75 to 82, and I will have you know that my body fat only increased 2% from 6 to 8.
And
so suck it.
But I'm just saying, you've put on 7 kilos of weight, and it's all in your face. You're looking fat in the face. You look like you get stung by a
it's not
swarm of
bees.
bees.
All right, none of my clothes fit anymore. I can't wear any of the pants or jeans that I have, and like 3 of my t-shirts.
Well, that's
fit.
not noticeable.
It is
all
everywhere.
I'm saying is that
but my face.
I've had 3 different clients be like, Adrian's looking like real puffy in the face. What's wrong? The guy's like, did he get his wisdom teeth out? Like, has he got hay fever? I'm like, no, he's just getting fat in the face. It's fantastic. I love it. So if you were shirtless, we might lose viewers. We might get some extra viewers.
You must love this.
I love it so much.
You must love this because my the easiest dig that I could give to you is that you're fat. You're fat.
Oh, mate,
fatty Nev. And
chunky
now
love, power belly.
You must be really enjoying it.
I'm just saying, as a front
enjoy
rower.
while it lasts, because when I beat you in that coefficient at States, I'm going to be the fattest and strongest, and I'm going to have you on everything. So deal with it. Not fat.
If you're a little fat in the face, it's pretty funny. There's nothing. I'm just saying, it's pretty funny. But anyhow,
nothing wrong with a fat face.
Circling,
that's what you're
circling. There's nothing wrong with being a bit chunky in the face. Circling back to the 3 most viewed videos, we have tutorials. We have a challenge video was a really highly viewed one, and then we also have the judo throws, throw like a girl, where we just get tossed around by Adrian's fiance now. She was a girlfriend at the time, who's a judo champ. So instead of doing a tutorial, I was thinking we could do like a partner workout where basically Adrian lifts me and I lift Adrian in some sort of fun workout way. Mm-hmm. Or we could do a challenge video. If you want a challenge video, you're deciding what it is. So you got to say, hey guys, it's this, it's this, it's this. So give us a bunch of suggestions of something that it would be close that we can compete against. Okay? That we don't have to like go far away. Something we can do at the gym or outside.
And something we can do in a day, not like the squat challenge where it took us 6 months to prep.
Which something that we can just get out there and do it.
If you suggested today, we could walk out there right now and do it.
100%. Or we get tossed around by a bunch of girls. And instead of just going to Sarah's, we go to like her judo club and get the whole female team just to throw us around.
Yep.
So they're the 3 options.
Or not just the judo club, like throwing like a girl. Could even be a series where we go compete against various different women in various different and just get
like smart
athletics or martial arts, or just go show how awesome women are, and we just try to be better at them than there's something we're clearly
Just
not better than them at.
Just try to hang in there.
Yeah.
Maybe. So yeah. Anyhow, give us your feedback on that one. But we were talking about this the other day, and Megan says, "I want to challenge you both to a tire flip contest." I was like, "Excuse me?" She goes, "I want to challenge you to a tire flips. I've got a big, heavy ass tire outside." And I was like, all right, I've not really ever flipped it. I bought it, got it for her for a strongman training, and I think she's flipped it more than me. I haven't flipped a tire in years.
I haven't flipped that tire ever.
So I said, done. And what I also said was to decide what we're going to do, like the format of it. I'm going to call Dan Macri because Dan, who runs WA Strongman,
who we've called before on the podcast as well, actually.
Right.
Talked a little bit about nutrition with him.
That's right. He will have the best format. So I don't know if we want to do it for time or for distance. So I'm going to give him a call right now. He did say it was all right to call. Speaker? No, that's not it. Hang on. No, one sec. Oh, that's right. I need to actually connect it to my... I'll plot this out. Roadcast.
You got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Connected. Perfect. Now I can call him.
He'll have the best way, fairest, maybe funniest, I don't know, fairest way to get us all to compete head to head.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Dan. You are live on the Big Flex podcast, dude.
Hey, Dan.
The what?
The Big Flex.
I thought you said the Big Black podcast. It's like, what are you guys getting into now? Like,
hey. Well, we talked about we're gonna possibly start a fans only page, just like you and Nav might start your own fans only page. Actually, I'm going to take that picture of you and Nav posing down after that yoke, and I'm going to post it right here and say, this is Dan and Nav's fans only page. And that's as far as we're going to take, because this is a G-rated podcast, sir.
It's G-rated.
All right? PG.
I appreciate the free promotion, though.
Basically, I wanted to give you a call.
If it's PG, that's why Megan's never been on the show, right?
That is 100% why Megan's never been live on the show.
Yes.
I don't think I have hands fast enough to censor her with sound effects. But speaking of Megan, and I did talk to you earlier, you said that I can give you a call live to chat about it, is that she has challenged Adrian and I to a tire flip competition. And I said, well, Dan will be the perfect person to call because he runs strongman comps all the time. And so basically, it's a pretty heavy tire. It's a couple 100 kilos. Obviously, you don't lift the whole weight at once because it's flipping over an axis, right? But what would be the best way to run this comp? Should we go a set distance, whoever crosses the line fastest, like 20 meters or 25 meters, or should we do as many flips as possible in 75 seconds, which is quite a common timeline for a time frame for a strongman competition? What would you suggest would be the funnest or the most normal way to do it?
The most normal way to do it's going to be a set distance to cover. I guess with strongman, like there is always that time limit. It's generally somewhere between 60 and 90 seconds. 75 is probably the most common time used. But it's always, if you've got 75 seconds to cover your 20 meters, and it's generally fastest time wins. The reason why they tend to do that with strongman, making it a, fastest time to cover something, obviously with a limit. The time limit's there more for the sake of running the show. You don't want to give someone 5 minutes to get out a yoke run or a tire flip run, and you're sitting there ages dividing up these times of 5 and 6 minutes. But it is always it's essentially if it is a strongman based event, power becomes a factor. So whoever is the most powerful and can do it the fastest, it tends to favor strength and power over endurance with a strongman event. If you want to find out who can do the most flips over a longer duration, well, maybe go do CrossFit.
Well, that's perfect. All right, so you're suggesting a set distance, fastest time, and what would be a good distance? Keep in mind, Adrian and Megan are like same weight class, 82 and a half. I'm at 100, but I'm a little under 100, but 100, so I'm a little heavier. But we're within, let's say, 15 kilos of each other, or basically, more or less. Would 20 meters be good, 25? Like, we don't want it to be done in 15 seconds. Like, we still want it to be a strong effort. So would you say 20 or 25 meters would be good?
Look, tire flips can often range out a little bit further. I mean, if you look at let's just go to the administration of strongman events. When it comes to events for distance, that require a distance, it's normally somewhere between 50 and 25 meters for a heavier event, say like a yoke or a car carry or a heavy frame. Often then, when it comes to setting up an event, you'll set up, a field which is somewhere between that 15. It'll either be 15, 20, or 25 meters long. And what you do then is you double that distance. So as a lap up and a lap back for your slightly more endurance-based events, things like, farmer's walk, sandbag carries, or in this case, a tire flip. So I'll really be deciding on a distance that's anywhere between 30 and 50 meters, so a lap up and a lap back.
All right, so if we
How many
said
reps
20,
would that
if we
be?
said a 20-minute, well, it's hard to say, but if we said a 20-meter course and go there and back, you're looking 40 meters. That tire is probably 1.5 meters across. So
Yes.
20 meters, you're looking at, I don't know,
So
6
like 3
flips. It
meters
might be
per
somewhere between, it depends on if you get a little bit of extra movement on the push, you know?
Mm.
So,
Yep.
I don't know, that could be anywhere, I don't even know. Probably 15 to 20 flips, would you say? That sounds about right?
Somewhere in that range. It also depends, like I said, how much of a shot you can kind of get up the top, giving it a good shove.
Yeah.
And also how the tire rolls. Because sometimes you can get situations with a tire, if you don't get that push right, it rolls sort of slightly diagonally,
Right.
and then you end up actually doing extra flips.
Okay. All right, geez. So, 20 meters there and back with a
should we-
time
Yeah.
limit of 75 seconds.
Should we do
Yep.
just the one singular event, or could we do, like 100-meter sprint, 200-meter sprint? Like, we do like one lap there first, so start with a 15 or 20-meter only, and then rest a little bit, and then do the secondary where we go up and back as well.
Oh, so
Could
you're
we do,
saying
two
have like
separate events?
multiple events
Yeah,
of the
and
tire
see who
flip.
gets the best shortest run, who gets the
Well,
best, because that would be a better indicator of who's equally like more powerful to begin with, and then
Well,
who's got better endurance.
if we wanted straight power, it would just be who can flip it like 4 or 5 times the fastest. Which I don't know. I kind of like the idea of 20 down, 20 back, or at least 15 down, 15 back, 30 meters. So somewhere in that 30 to 40 meters there and back.
I think if you wanted to do like the double up testing both attributes, I would rather look for a second tire, a heavier tire, and do say like 15 meters, which would be like say 4 flips with a heavier tire, and have that as one part of the event, and then do the second event as say 40 meters, 20 up, 20 back with a 200 kilo tire.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to source another tire. It's a bit of an effort to get it all here. But so we might just do the one and just have it slightly longer. And then when we both whoop Megan, she can challenge us to a shorter distance race.
When we both whoop Megan? I don't know about that. Yeah, well, take that, Megan, when we both beat you.
And just everyone
Yeah.
listening, Megan is WA's strongest woman, and she is qualified for Australia's strongest woman competition, which I think she would have done pretty damn well at and probably podiumed at, but it got cancelled because of COVID. So she is a weapon, by the way, ladies and gents. She's no joke.
Well,
She's lifted over 300 kilo yokes.
April 20. April we've got the 2020 states coming up, so
Yeah.
that is coming up. So I would like to think Megan's preparing for that.
Oh, she is. I'm programming for her, so she sure is.
Okay, so when does she actually start preparing then?
Well, she's been preparing, but there's no tire flip in it, so this will just be a fun little extra day.
You said you're programming for it. When are you passing over to Adrian so she can start properly preparing?
Oh.
How dare you?
I
How
like you,
dare
Dan.
you?
I like you. I like you more and
Speaking
more
of
every day.
Adrian,
Yeah.
speaking of Adrian, I've been keeping an eye on your training lately. That goes at 100 stops press is pretty impressive, but I mean, like, it's good that you put on a bit of weight to try and prepare for it, but it does look like all the weight's gone to your face somehow.
God
Like,
damn
what
it.
happened? Did you shave the beard and like it's tried to regrow,
Why?
but it just can't get
Why?
through the skin now?
Wait,
Or
this
like,
is-
or have you gotten famous enough from it that you've got like a remake in like it was a starring role in the remake of Alvin and the Chipmunks?
That's it.
Like-
I'm growing my beard back. No one's going to see my face again.
Thanks, Dan. We appreciate the call, man.
Thank you, Dan.
Absolute pleasure, guys.
Catch you, mate.
See
See ya.
you later. So what, you told him in advance?
No.
Oh, you sure?
No,
You
I'm
sure?
positive,
Yeah.
dude.
Bull crap.
Positive.
I call BS.
That is hilarious, though. It's not my fault. You got a fat face now. Oh, that is great. That wasn't even planned. That's
It
so
very
good.
obviously was.
That wasn't planned at all. That was just Dan going for it. Anyhow.
Anyways,
Let's move
so
on
it looks
to,
it looks like the event will probably be 20 meters up and 20 meters back tire flip, right?
Yeah.
All
And
right,
that
so-
would be what we'll do is we'll ask Megan.
Are we
'cause
going to train for that? Because in my
Yeah.
mind, I'm thinking I'm going to do zero preparation and just see
Yeah.
what happens.
What they
just
call
train for states.
I'm what they call an athlete. It's the reason why every time I go to Hungry Jack's KFC, I get Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. All right, I'm an athlete. I just go out there full of beans, full of confidence, and just do it.
I'm
all right?
pretty sure that I could do a little bit of a warm up, get ready for it. I could smash it and then die probably afterwards.
Right.
But I feel like I could get a good run out of it.
Yeah, so there you go. So basically what we're going to do is going to use our tire. It's going to be a there and back competition with a 75-second time limit, and we'll talk to Megan and we'll let her decide whether she wants to do 30 meters or 40. So like 20-20 or 15-15. She can make the decision.
I would
all right?
prefer 15-15.
Well, I think we both would because gas tank is low at the moment. Anyhow, she'll decide. So that's a bit of fun. Let's move on to the last segment of today, which is client shout-outs. We each have 2. I'm going to start with Leo. All right, Captain Birdseye himself. Okay, it's old Leo here. He when he first joined the gym, he was a little shy, a little hesitant, and it's been great to see him come out of his shell the last few months.
It has.
And not only has he been coming out of his shell, talking to more people, getting stuck in, like helping people lift out, and like egging people on to lift a bit more weight. He's been lifting more weight, and he's been enjoying lifting more weight.
He has.
And in fact, last week or this week, at the start of the week, he actually lifted 145 kilo hex bar deadlift, which was a big PB for him. 3 blues each side of our hex bar, which is awesome.
Is that more than double body weight for him?
Yeah, he's 67.5 kilos. Oh, he's 66 kilos. So, yes, well over double body weight, which is fantastic. And also, he's looking at the record board. He actually snuck in, got the record on bench press, 75 kilos, paused, all right, at 67.5 kilo weight class. And now he's looking at the record, and for normal deadlifts is 140. He's like, well, I've deadlifted hex bar over 140 now. So now he's like got this. He's like, hey, when are we going to start normal deadlifting? I'm like, he's getting thirsty.
I saw him the other day.
Captain Birdseye's getting thirsty.
You see this as well a lot because we've got the records board just up here. It's kind of right in the middle of the gym, and every now and again, people will stop their training and they just stand with their hands on their hips and stare dreamily at the board. And I saw him doing that the other day. I was like, "What are you doing, Leo?" He's like, "Oh, nothing."
It's great to see. It's great to see. So,
thirsty for it.
My first shout out goes to Leo. Crushing it. Yours?
1 for 1?
Yeah, 1 for 1.
I'll go next up. My client shout out today is Kobe. Kobe, the reason why I'm giving you a shout out is because right now you're the king. All right? You're the king. You're on top of the whole gym.
The king of what, Adrian?
We've got a challenge, February challenge. We've got 3 separate challenges. The hangs challenge. We've got some gear set up at the back of the gym. Double hand hang, as long as you can go
on rings.
On rings. No swapping and resting, just double hands. You can adjust a little bit. Then we've got, it's just a big ball hanging off of a rope.
The double hand, you go double.
Just a bit smaller than, I'd say like a basketball.
I'd say it's like pretty close, like a water polo size ball.
Something
like volleyball, like a volleyball.
Yeah. And just hang off of that with both hands, maximum hang. And then we've also got some upside down cones.
Or devil's cones,
so
are sometimes
thicker
called.
At the top, and then they taper off at the bottom. Very, very hard to hold on to.
Are they called stalactites or stalactites is from the roof. Stalactite is pushed, hold on nice and tight. Stalagmites push up with all your might.
You ever watched a scary movie and the bit of ice falls down and stabs someone and kills that sort of shape, the cone like that. Anyways, and that's it. Same thing,
like
double hand
in Cliffhanger when Sly Stallone picks up the guy and impales him through the stalagmite.
Yes.
Amazing.
Anyways, Kobe walked in one day, I feeling good about myself, having had a 2-minute 35 double hand ring hang, just beat Tony here at 221. So I was feeling good about myself. He just strolled in and got a 4-minute 56-second double hand hang out of nowhere. Absolutely smoked me.
How dare you?
Double. Yeah. What was that?
That's the how dare you?
Absolutely smoked me. Right. It was just a good day. Absolutely smashed it. And then he proceeded to beat everyone else on everything else.
Knock off my minute 30 double ball hang with like a minute 40 something.
And as of the moment, I think you guys are trying for it today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Beat Nevin by 1 second.
He beat me by 2 seconds. I had a 40. He got a 42, and then I did it again and got a 41. I was like,
yeah.
So we're going to go for it today.
He's in front.
He's actually leading on all 3. He's crushing it. Shout out to Kobe.
Training very hard every single time he comes into this gym, and he is here all of the time.
He's here all the time.
And it shows. I am giving him a shout out today because I can finally see that glint in his eyes, that little bit of determination where there's a bit of challenge. And he's a bit younger, so you're you as well. And he was a bit shy of you, like big man Nev strolling around like he owns a gym because he does, right?
Every time he comes in, I stare him down and I just flex at him. And so, I just sit there, just like sitting there, just squeezing my grips, going, and I was like, "What's up, Kobe?" He's like, just like in the corner, like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
When he started off doing these challenges, he was a little bit shy of. Didn't really think that he could beat Nev, and now he's starting to.
No, now he's straight up shit talking.
I know, it's great. He comes in, he want it.
He goes. The more I look at that board, the more I know I'm going to beat you at the cones. He's like, you can't get 3 more seconds. It was way too long. I was like, how dare you, Kobe?
It's good to see him come out of his shell and legitimately beat Nevin at something, which is
as of right now, I still got a day and a half to get him back before this month's challenge is finished.
But then I've been talking to Kobe too. He's been training for it. He's got
down.
you. He's got you. So shout out to Kobe.
Nice one. My second shout out goes to young Caden, only 14, aspiring young rugby player. Bit of a unit, by the way. Got a set of quads on him, and he's just been training really hard in here, which has been great to see. So I know that him and his dad, his whole family plays rugby. I actually played with his uncle, who was a great rugby player too, and his other uncle was playing pro in Japan. Good family, like good rugby genes in that family all around. But he's been doing well, and I know his dad took him down to like look at the under 15 or under 16 like state development squad, and they're looking at some of the numbers in the gym. He's in here, and he's been putting in work, and his squats are looking rock solid at the moment. He's deadlifting over 100, hex deadlifting over 100 kilos comfortably. His squats getting up towards that 100 mark now. His bench,
14 years old.
Yeah, 14 years old. No, he's doing really well. He's benching, well over 60 for reps, and I think that originally they came to see me because he had dislocated his shoulder last season, and his uncle Murph said, "Oh, go see Nev, you can sort him out," and he's just been improving really, really well, and he's putting in the work. So my second shout out goes to Caden. Nice one, Caden.
My second shout out. My second shout out goes to Keely. Kind of a new client, but not really. She started off with the building next door.
We had a little bit of like a corporate like training sessions for the building next door.
They train here with us every now and again, and she wasn't super serious about her training, and there was lots of kind of shit talking and messing around in the sessions, and she didn't really want to be here when she first started.
It just wasn't fully embracing the spirit of like training.
And then
at the start,
as I did with a smile on my face, I bullied them gently. And just kind of forced them to do all the stuff that was... It's like trying to get a kid to eat their vegetables, basically. And over time, she's gotten a lot out of her training. And recently, she started doing PT with me several times a week.
And membership. Yep.
Over the last several weeks, she's been training 4 to 5 times a week. She's here all the time. She's getting way more out of her training. She's really enjoying it. She's really pushing hard, even though she's been really pushing herself and struggling through it. She's been doing really, really well. And
awesome.
So shout out to Keely for working her butt off over the last couple of weeks and embracing all that is the Strength Institute. Also, we're going to have to start doing some posing classes soon.
Posing classes?
Yeah. The double bicep pose. No one knows how to do it. This is for you, Keely, all right? We're going to start this specifically for you. A lot of people, because you do it, all right? You do this to me. Every now and again, everything will be quiet. We'll be doing our jobs and training, and then you'll just bust out one of these real quick.
Flex on it.
And I'll just do it in return. And other people have done it to you, and you don't flex back.
Yeah.
You don't flex back.
Because they don't do it properly.
So, I know.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to start teaching people how to pose, probably.
Right.
So if you want to learn
It's
how
not
to
even
do
the proper
double
pose.
bicep.
Half of it is the attitude. It's just like, what's up? I'm flexing on you, and then
attention,
like walk away. You can't be like, look, I'm doing it. It's too much excitement. It's like I'm not gonna pay that.
It's like when superheroes don't look at explosions. You just got to be cool about it.
Just walk away with the explosion in the background, but don't stumble. That's what a double bicep flex should be like.
Yeah.
The big flex should just be like explosions in the background and fireworks and just like
You're gonna have to make an
gunfire.
animated GIF of us doing the pose with that happening. You know
Like Tropic
that, right?
Thunder behind us.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah. All right, we'll make it work. Also, but so well done, Keely, on working so hard. Do you think that she's just finding you more approachable now that you're getting fatter, like dad bod? Do you think that could be it?
I think I'm a legitimately good trainer, and that she's getting good results because of me. And I think that, if anything, I look even thinner now than I did before. So deal with it.
Nice.
Anyways,
Guys,
shout out to Keely. You're
shout out
doing
to Keely.
great.
Well
so
done.
take these notes on board and double bicep flex on us when we're in the gym next.
But casually.
Yeah.
But like with an air of smugness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arrogance even.
Arrogance, yes.
Yeah. That's
perfect.
what you want.
Yeah. At bare minimum, just like with complete ignorance. Like, yeah, nice. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please smash squat all up on that subscribe button.
Everyone who watched this video and doesn't subscribe, guys, come on. Come on.
Do it.
You're missing out on some quality content.
That's it.
And don't forget to comment all of those videos. What do you want to see us do? Do you want to see us get our butt kicked by girls? Do you want to see us challenge head to head? Make sure you remember to comment, subscribe, like, give us all the love that we give to you, guys.
That's right. Awesome, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
See you next time.
Adios.